Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Ready Set Pop. My name is Mariel Basari, greeting you from Mexico City, and I'm joined here by my two beautiful co-hosts, all the way from the land of the samba, Luquita Sabachi, and all the
Hello.
way from the land of the cumbia, Mr. Mauricio Sierra. Hello, boys.
Yay,
Hey.
yo me llamo Cumbia, yo soy la reina, ¿por dónde voy?
Não
How
deixa o
about
Yes.
samba
that?
morrer. Não deixa o samba acabar. This is my
Ah,
song too.
great. Now it's your turn to sing something like ranchera or something like that, Mariel.
Yeah.
Así se lleva México en la piel. Ah,
Great.
Assim é, sim.
yes, baby. This is great. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this new episode of season three. We are so thrilled to have this new topic that was chosen by my friend Luquitas. Um, we decided to go this time all the way north to talk about um, underrated Canadian singers. So each one of us is going to talk about three Canadian underrated singers. But I want to know, Luquitas, why did you decide to talk about this topic?
Yeah. The inspiration was actually our show because I was paying attention, and every time we are talking about singers from Canada, sorry, and turn out to be kind of underrated. Like, and lately I've been revisiting some music that I haven't been listening for a while, and I rediscover some things, and all of them are from Canada, like George Nozuka, Justin Nozuka, some artists that I'm gonna mention here later. Like, I don't know, there's girls like Rosette, Corey Lee, and a lot of girls. And I've been addicted again to some songs that I used to listen in the 2000s,
Hmm.
and I never pay attention how much I like music from Canada. Not only the underrated, but I love Avril Lavigne, Fifi Dobson, and Alanis Morissette, Sky Sweet Nun, all the pop rock girls that came from that country. And I feel like he's always in the shadow from US, sometimes Canada.
Yes.
Yeah, it's not that, there's no explosion like in the US, but we have a lot of amazing artists back there. I'm awful today, but you guys understand.
Yeah, we get it.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, okay.
Great. Yes, like you said, Luquitas, sometimes we get to misunderstand and maybe get confused about which artists are from Canada because they sound pretty similar to the US singers.
Yeah.
And maybe you will be surprised today to see that some of the artists we're going to talk about are Canadian.
Yeah, I
So
am. Yes,
it's
with
gonna be
some.
cool. It's gonna be cool because um, we want to give them more uh, power
Yes,
to
for
these
sure. Yeah.
singers because they deserve more. And sometimes, like Lucas said, because being so close to the U.S. and sometimes it's like, oh, we have to listen more to the U.S. singers than Canada. Um, well, it gets like that. But yeah, sure, it's gonna be fun, and don't expect us to talk about popular ones. This is really
Yep.
underrated singers, okay?
Yeah.
Great. Yes.
So since before we start, hello Adrian and hello Mao's mom who is watching.
Ah,
Uh,
my mom is online.
yes,
Hello,
she's saying
Hello.
Mamita. Thank you for being here.
yes. Thank
Hello, Adri.
Adri. It's good to have you back
Adrian,
because
welcome back.
you
Yes,
you miss
exactly.
you missed the last two episodes, so it's great to have you here. Um,
Yes.
Well, Luquitas, since you are the one that chose this topic, please start.
Okay, I'm gonna start with Melissa O'Neill. She is a winner from the Canadian Idol, the Canadian version of American Idol, and she is one artist that I had the chance to know uh, at the time, like when she was released in 2005.
Hmm.
I was super into the charts back then, And even when Canada is so close to US, they were pretty closed for Canadian artists in the radio. Like, was not easy for a Canadian artist to went big on US. Like, we had some cases, of course, Alanis Morissette, Avril Lavigne, and Cranberries, a lot of examples, but those artists were also kind of worldwide, so that's why they went big on US. But artists like Fifi Dobson, for example, had huge hits in Canada, like number one or top 10, and the song was not even on, I don't know, top 100 in on US. And Melissa was one case that I discovered in Media Base, sorry, that was a website that I used to check every single day because they were like a super chart of every single song that played on US radio in the day before. So even if your song played once in some US radio, you were there. So I discovered so many music and so many artists in this website back then. And Melissa O'Neill was one of them because some US radio played Alive, her first single, um, like twice. I don't know. So she was like down on the list and was like, "Who's that girl?" And I discovered Alive and Let It Go. That is the song that I chose for us to talk about today. I feel like for 2005, 2006, she was everything that I loved in music. Very pop rock. We can notice that they made her record very inspired by Kelly Clarkson. That was like the biggest American Idol.
Totally.
Yeah, totally. And she was only 17 when she won the show. She was the youngest to be the winner in Canada. And I was expecting so much for her career. Uh, I even found her album here in Brazil. I have it. I forgot to show you. It's not Brazilian press. It's from Canada, but some for some reason I found it here. And she was one of those cases of artists with only one album and nothing else. I think it's kind of hard for them to continue uh, the career after reality shows. We know that it's hard everywhere, but maybe in Canada is a little bit more because the market is like very small.
Mhm.
And she started to sing in musicals, like she did High School Musical, a version for theater and other plays, singing, and she ended starring in some TV shows, that type of police shows, like crimes and those things. And
Mhm.
now she's only
Yes.
acting. She never sang again. And for me, it's crazy because she was the winner. She was very
Mhm.
talented, and I really miss her music. So for me, she's really underrated in her musical career, even when she's doing great in acting in her country. But I wanted to listen more. I couldn't find the music video for Let It Go on YouTube. I don't know in your countries, but here is not available anymore. And I used to watch a lot back
Mm.
then this video. I love it. So I want to know your opinions. I'm going to start with Mariel because I think she already knew Melissa and kind of like it too. So please, Mariel.
Thank you, Luquitas. Yes, I knew who she was, and I think it was because of you, actually.
Oh,
I think you once shared something by her. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember.
yeah,
But
probably.
I'm pretty sure it was you. Uh,
Okay.
so um, I'm not so much into pop rock. You guys know that, but
Yeah.
I know that Canadian singers, female singers, are very known for being like pop rock. We know Avril Lavigne, Alanis Morissette, Fefe Dobson. So Sky
Yes.
Sweetnam. So she goes into that branch of singers. Not my favorite, to be honest. I'm only familiar with a couple of songs. I'm not so. I haven't heard the whole album. I
Yeah.
need to do it. Um, but I did find some resemblances between her and probably, like you mentioned, Kelly Clarkson and
Yeah.
Avril Lavigne. So probably they were hoping that she was going to, like pop, like wow, become like the huge next star. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, she wasn't. The song is not my favorite. I think there's one more by her that I like better, but I don't remember the name right
Yeah.
now.
Maybe Speechless. The other singles are more
More my
cute,
type.
let's say that.
Yeah.
Alive is the first single is more like pop. Is There's no so much rock like in Let It Go. Let It Go is more rock. I get it. Yes.
Yeah. In a moment, I was like, okay, yeah, enough. It's too much screaming for me.
Yeah.
Because, I'm like this corny girl, but it's okay. I mean, for me, it's fine. And yes, she definitely deserved more attention. But competition between her and other pop rock singers from
Yeah.
back in the day was tough. So, yeah, unfortunately, she wasn't at the top.
Yeah. What about you, Mao? Have you ever heard about her before?
No, never, never, friend, never. I can see, of course, the similarities between her and Kelly Clarkson's work because it's very obvious. It's very
Yeah.
notorious. But I don't know. There is some fascination when you see an artist from a reality. I don't know if it happens for you, but for me, it's sometimes like, for example, I had the opportunity to watch this season when was Jordan Sparks.
Yeah.
So it's very curious. It's something like you want to see what's next. Like when this
Mhm.
person is going to win, what is gonna be the work. So in this case with Melissa, I was thinking like that, like is this kind of girl that makes some fascination. Like maybe it's not also my kind of music either, like Mariel said, but at the same time, it's like okay, I can understand the fascination of Luquitas for her because it's eager to know what is happening with this girl, because she comes from a reality TV, from American
Yeah.
Idol, Canadian Idol actually. So
Yeah.
I yes, it's something like that, and I think it's so obvious to have a reference like Kelly Clarkson because Kelly Clarkson was a pop rock girl, was the first winner of this kind of show. So of
Mhm.
course, if you have this kind of formula, you're going to replicate it, and in this case was like that. Like they were
Yeah.
trying to replicate this formula with her to be big and to be successful.
Yeah. And she was a
Sometimes it's good,
teenager,
sometimes it's not.
so yeah. That's pretty
Yes,
much the
yes,
type
and
of
I
music that every teenager was doing back then.
was doing. Yes, yes. I don't know if the music in Canada back in the day in that moment was saturated of a lot of pop rock girls like Fifi Dobson, Avril Lavigne, that
Hmm.
maybe was not placed or was not possible to have room for this girl. So I don't know if it.
Yeah,
Go
actually,
ahead,
my
friend.
doubt is why she didn't continue because the album actually did she had one number one in the charts with one of the singles.
Okay,
The
okay.
three singles were good, but that's it. Nothing else after that.
Mm.
So that's the problem for me.
And yes, okay. And this is something that we mention every time. Like this person had everything to become a star. Like I can
Yeah.
see in this girl, for example, she was young, she was beautiful, she had actually there's something I want to mention too. It's about her voice. I think her voice is very good in comparison to other girls. For example, I'm not so much huge fan of the Avril Lavigne's voice, for example.
Okay.
But
Uh
in the
huh.
case of these girls, I perceive a different kind of voice. Like it was not like, oh, okay, another pop rock girl trying to scream or something like that. I was like, oh, this girl has a good voice actually.
Yeah. She
So
can sing.
yes, yes, she can sing. And actually, when I was listening to the song, I was like, okay, there is something here. It is well produced. It is because I think she was connected to a label that was important. I don't know what was the label for it.
I checked it
Uh,
today, but I already forgot. But maybe Sony.
okay,
In
maybe
general,
Sony
was
or something
Sony
like that.
supported. Yes.
a big label, yes. You can see it in the production because the production is very good. So
Yeah.
it's a shame because yes, but it's obvious like the song sounds so much like Kelly Clarkson,
Hmm.
Yes.
so much.
Thank you, Freddie.
Yeah,
Please listen to Alive, that was the winning single, that
Mm.
has that American Idol winning song
Bye.
vibe, you know,
Okay, okay.
more
okay.
emotional.
Like a moment like this, like I believe by
Yes,
Fantasia. Yes,
this
Okay.
is
that
my
this
time
song
with
that is
Jonas Parks.
powerful and
Yes,
big and yeah, okay.
yeah, and she was part of Sony Music, just to
Oh,
confirm.
Mm,
I imagine that. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
good.
Next
Who is next?
can be you, Marielle.
Okay. Okay, great. You know how pop and cheesy I am, so the three choices for me today were like really, really pop. So no surprise, but yeah. um, that's what I like about this because always the choices we have is like Lucas is always pop rock oriented and Mao is R&B oriented, and I'm like bubblegum oriented.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Especially today. Yeah, today we went in
Yeah.
that
yeah.
place.
Today.
Today was like
Yeah,
very specific.
very
Um,
specific.
yeah. My first choice is going to be Untamed. Uh, You're Not Gonna Score. A group made of three girls. I couldn't find much information about them, but I think they're from Quebec. And that, my friends, it's what happens in Canada. Canada is like cut in half. The French Canadian and the Canadian.
And
So
the
if you're
English. Yeah.
in the English speaking Canada area.
Yeah.
So these girls recorded You Are Not Gonna Score in both English and French. So I'm
Okay.
guessing they were from this area of Canada. But the song You Are Not Gonna Score was their first single from their album Untamed. I think it's the name of the album.
It's, I
Um,
think it's out of something.
I don't remember. Why I don't remember. Now I have like such bad memory. Uh, it is here. Go All Out. I'm sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Go All Out.
Almost.
Yes. Yes.
Almost, yes. But the song, I don't know if it entered the charts. I couldn't find any information. Maybe it had like moderate success, but it wasn't, as powerful. And the song is really catchy. The song for me, it's like really, really catchy. It starts with a phone beep, like dee 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 dee. Like it like very 2000s. A lot of singers did that. If you guys remember, Amanda did it with her song "Call Me." And
Mhm.
PYT did it too. So a lot
Yeah.
of singers did that intro with a phone beep. So for me, it's really catchy. I think if it was sung by other popular groups or another popular singer, it would have been big because the song is really catchy. But I want to know what you guys think. For me, it's like a cool song. I play it all the time. It always puts me in the mood. She keep calling me on my cell phone. I love the vibe of the song. But I want to know what you guys think. Starting with Mao. Did you know them?
I no, Mariel. This is the first time listening to them, and I enjoy it so much because it's this kind of bubblegum music that I like. And the ring at the beginning was so 2000,
Yeah.
so the early 2000s, and I was like, when I was listening to the playlist, when the song started, I was like, oh, this is 2000s, and yeah,
Yeah.
this is a
Hmm.
very funny song. Actually, I was looking for the video because maybe I thought that they had a video for that song because it's very cool, and it was not possible for me to find it. So
No,
I
there's no
can
video.
assume that it was not. Yeah, it was like not a video shoot for this song. The song is good. The song is catchy. The song is very you. You know it. And this is the case. Like it's very underrated. Like it's very underrated. I never heard of this group before. But yeah, I enjoyed the song so much, and this is something that was so common back in the day, like to put this kind of virtual, I don't know how to call it, like like the beginning of the 2000 was like that, like the the
Computer,
futuristic
internet,
thing, the
yes.
computers, internet, the cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
So I think was a very good idea. I understand why they were not so famous or successful because maybe the place, maybe was Canada, maybe a lot of uh, groups similar in the market. I can understand that, but it's a shame because, but at the same time, it's cool because I think this is something that the three of us love. Is like underrated music, so
Yeah.
it's great to have this kind of group. So yeah, I enjoy the song so much, Maril. It's so good. It's very
Oh,
bubblegum.
thank you. Thank you, Mau. And now you, Luquitas, did you know it? I'm pretty sure you did.
Yeah, I heard this album back in 2018. I checked my last FM. Probably I
Uh-huh.
found it on Pop Rush community or some post of yours, and it's so good. Like, it's definitely the type of music that suddenly was very saturated at some point, but you press play and you know it that is 2001.
Mm-hmm.
It's very similar to the
Exactly.
thing the girls were doing, like Brooke Allison. And if there was a music video, like Mal said, I can totally imagine that colorful computers that no one had except in the music videos, and
Yeah.
the amazing internet that had videos live and webcams,
I'm
was
very
everything.
fast. That was not
Yeah, so ahead
true.
of
That
the
was not
time.
true. Yeah.
Yes, I can totally imagine, and I really like the song. I was searching for more things about them, and I think they were like one of those cases that we love, that they were very underrated even in the moment, because
Mm-hmm.
I checked it, and the album was released by a label called Kick Ass Records.
Okay.
Yes, and
So very underrated. Wherever you
yeah,
look at
Mm.
it.
and I
Do you
tried to
have
find.
do you have the CD, Mariel? Sorry, friend.
No, no, Mau, I
No.
don't.
Okay.
No.
Yeah,
Okay. Go ahead, friend.
I
Sorry.
tried to find other releases by this record label, and the girls were the only thing, at least on
Oh.
Discogs. Yes.
Wow.
So
Okay.
the label was this small
This
probably.
big.
So yeah, no money probably to put the girls on the radio or MTV. You can
No.
see by the cover of the album that is very simple,
Yeah.
and but I think it's one of those things that me and Marielle, Mauricio, and people watching us will always treasure and appreciate, because we love those things, and the song is
Yeah.
good. Is very Marielle. Yes.
It's very me, yeah. And I believe that it would
Mhm.
have been sung by some popular singer from back in the days. If maybe it was recorded by, let's say, Hilary Duff, the song would have been a hit. I'm pretty
Of
sure.
course.
But
Oh yeah.
because it has that catchiness
Yeah.
that a pop song needs. But in this case, unfortunately, they didn't do so
Even
well. Hmm.
Yeah.
even a
But
group like Dream.
yeah.
Even a group like Dream, yes,
Yeah.
exactly, or Play,
But
that was more
Or Play.
popular.
play,
Mhm.
yes, play definitely. But it's kind of good that it didn't happen. I don't know for you guys, but there's something magical about a great song with an underrated group that no one ever heard
Yes,
about
I
it.
know, I know. In this case, Adrian here is saying that he will need a playlist because he feels so clueless right
Oh,
now.
it's on
There's
our
the playlist.
stories. You can check.
Yes,
Yes.
Yeah,
Seasonal Stories.
it is already made, so
Yes.
Yeah.
you can check it out, Adrian, and you're gonna love it. Okay, next one, Mousy, please.
Thank you, Mariel. Well, I'm going to talk about a lady that maybe is not so underrated in comparison, for example, to Untamed. She had her moment back in the day. Actually, I selected two beautiful, amazing vocalists that are from Canada. The first one is Miss Tamia, and she had her moment back in the day. She was signed, and the producer was Quincy Jones. So she had like this amazing producer in the back of her work. So they were trying to have another diva with this kind of voice, like very very beautiful woman with this kind of voice that is very high, like it's a soul R&B girl. I love her so much. You know it, friends. It's very R&B. It's very soul. I think she started her career making this kind of song, like ballads, amazing ballads with this voice, and then she was making more urban kind of songs. You know, like I don't know if you remember "Into You" with Fabulous, that was a hit. Um, I don't know if you remember. Maybe it was not a hit. I think it's a hit that is not a hit. No, that song was big. I remember that the song
Is
was
the
big.
is the
I
one on the
remember.
beach? She's walking on the beach.
Yes, 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 yes.
I
That
know.
one.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm,
yeah.
mm,
Yeah, so she had her moment. I selected for today. I don't know if you had the opportunity to watch the video, but this song is Imagination with Jermaine Dupri. Actually, Jermaine Dupri was also involved in the production of the debut, and it's very urban. In an interview, Rihanna said that this video of Imagination was a reference for her to really to create the video for Disturbia.
mm.
So because the I don't know if you had the opportunity to do, maybe not the opportunity to watch the video, but the video is like that, like very dark in a way.
Mm.
But let me know your thoughts about this song, guys. It's very urban, but I don't know if you like it or no. Look at us.
Okay. This girl actually was one of those girls always around. I always saw her in the cover from the album that she's walking on the beach that is similar to the
Mhm.
video that you mentioned.
Mhm.
Is very like burned in my mind. I know that I saw this
Yeah.
album out there a lot of times, but I just discovered that
Actually,
I never
actually,
heard
I
it.
think I think I have this album because of you, friend. I don't know if I'm
Yeah,
wrong. But
I think
yes,
so.
yes, you gave me that album. Yeah,
Ha.
because I remember. Yes, I remember we were in Sao Paulo, and you told
In
me
Sao
something
Paulo.
like, "Oh, you love this girl," and that one, that was this album that is called More.
Exactly.
Mm.
And so she was
Is the
always
three album?
around, but I gotta listen more because now I'm curious. But this song, you mentioned the video is like a plus. I did watch. And somehow it's very pop. Like there's choreography, she's dancing, and it's kind of creepy. So I
It's
do
gonna
like
trip.
creep things. So yeah, I did like for sure. I think she's so beautiful, and makes me want to know more about her because I just had four scrubbles by her in
Mm.
my last FM, and it was a surprise for me because in my mind I knew all about it, this girl, because the name
Mhm.
is so around every
So
time.
familiar
But
for
I
you.
did
Yeah.
I did like the song for sure, and makes me think that there's a lot of girls like her out there that I need to give a chance. Because sometimes it's easy for me to go to the pop rock, Marielle, to the bubblegum
Yeah.
thing, and we kind of ignore other type of music.
That
Yeah.
was.
So yeah, so it's good to have friends with different tastes because we can try more. And this girl was also a surprise for me, the fact that she's Canadian, because I would swear that she was American. So
Yeah.
this one was a surprise, yes. And great choice, friend. Thank you so much.
That's great, friend. Actually, I selected the song because of that. Because I perceive like, of course, it's an urban R&B song, but at the same time, I'm with the video because I perceive a lot of similarities between this video and Backstreet Boys. Also,
Everybody,
everybody
yes.
is
Yes.
very similar. And I was thinking like, oh, this is the perfect song for my guys because I know maybe the video is a plus, as you said. So
Yes,
it's
it is.
great that you like it, friend. Yeah, yeah. What do you think, mi Mariel? I think you like Tamia,
Yes.
mi Mariel.
Yes, I do, but I was only more familiar with her A New Day album. So but it's not my favorite. I have to be honest. That album is not like. It has a couple of good
Okay.
songs, but when I listened to this song that you sent, Imagination, I was like, I need to listen to this album now because it has. I don't. Is it her first, Mao?
It's yes, it's her debut. Yeah.
Okay, so I need to give it a try now because, like I told you, I'm more familiar with her second. But in this case, I think it's gonna be more my type of R&B because A New Day, I found it like okay, uh,
A lot of
but
ballads. Yeah.
a lot of ballads and some boring stuff. But
Yeah.
this one I really liked, and I was like really surprised. I thought it was really good. It's a shame that she's not so known because I know she's known, but it's not like she's
Yes, she's
super
done.
known. Okay.
No.
Um. And what year is that album?
1998, I think. Yes,
Oh,
1998.
okay. So there was a lot of competition between Monica and Brandy and
Yeah, I'm
others.
Brandy, and yes.
Yeah, it was tough. It was tough to make, to take a place in the top. But I like her. I like this song. I haven't watched the video. I didn't have the chance to, but I will. I promise. Um, but
You're gonna like it.
I'm
I'm
really
sure. Yes.
I'm really curious to listen to the whole up album, and hopefully it will get better than her second. So yeah, I will let you know what I think. But meanwhile, this song it's a yay baby. I liked it.
Oh, that's amazing, friends, that you like the song. Actually, for you, Mariel, I think maybe you can find the first one, like the debut. There are not a lot of songs like Imagination, so maybe I don't want you for you to be disappointed, maybe at the first listen.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe the third one, like the Lucas was mentioning, is more like the R&B that you
Okay,
like
okay.
collaborations with rappers and more upbeat. The more album is more like that.
Oh,
But give a try on
yeah.
the first one and let me know because it's a very good debut for her. And
Okay.
as Lucas said, she's stunning. She's very beautiful.
Yeah, she's very pretty. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, Lucky baby, Lulu.
Okay. Now, now I want to talk about one of the girls that inspired me to make this Canadian track with you guys. Her name is Marika Seward, and I knew her back then in 2000. I think it was 2007. From the same source that I discovered Melissa, that was the Media Base website, because she had a song called "You Know I Will" on the radio, and some US radio play a little bit. So I discovered this track. I remember that was not easy to find the track. It was one of those tracks you gotta really dig in and wait a
Mm-hmm.
lot to download. There was the times, yes. But when I play the song, I really love it because in 2007 especially I was super into Cassie and Paula Dianda and all those R&B girls that we mentioned here. I had no idea who this girl was, how she looked. No music video on YouTube.
Yeah.
uh, just one picture I remember, I think was MySpace.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but the song was always on my playlist and I totally forgot about the song until, I don't know, this month. I found like a website with a lot of documents from this media based website that I used to check every single
Mm-hmm.
day, and I start to revisit everything, everything, everything. And when I saw her name in the song, I was like, wait, I remember this. And when I press play, like memory, unlock it,
Mm-hmm.
the
Unlocked.
Unlock it.
lyrics,
Yeah.
everything on my mind. I was crazy about it. I think Mao gotta listen to this track because it's the type of music he loves, like pretty much. And I decide to find her online on Instagram, and she's so sweet. Like she's still singing. She's singing, but I think now she's making more CCM music,
Mm.
Christian
Oh,
pop music, which is funny because she was part of a compilation of Christmas song 2007 with Stacey Rico. There was a song by Stacey Rico and by
Everything is
Crystal.
connected again.
Yeah,
Again.
All the
with Stacey
time.
Rico. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah. So I think her discography is kind of messy because I read something about a first album and a second album and some releases, but I think for streaming they capture everything in one thing
Mm.
and made one album called X, and you can
X.
find all the songs there. You know, I Will,
Oh,
Radio, that was the other single, the Christmas singles, and she sent me a message talking about this song that I want to share. I don't know if everyone will listen very clearly because it's on my computer because I'm using my phone to make this. So I hope you
Mm.
guys can listen. I'm gonna try, and here it is.
Hi, Lucas. Marika here. I loved your message and I checked out your podcast page and it's awesome. A little bit, oh, and I want to say thank you for listening to the music. A little bit about the song. I wrote it. It was my very first pop single that launched in Canada after my Christmas single called Christmas Came Early. It went to top 10 in the first 4 weeks. I love singing about love and hope, and I hope the songs inspire people, encourage them to live their own dreams. And yeah, that was a single that launched my career, and I'm doing music to this day because of it. All right, thanks, Lucas. Let me know if you need anything else, and good luck with your podcast. I think it's awesome. Bye.
Oh, how sweet!
oh,
This is so
that's the
cool.
best. This is
Yes,
so, so cool. Yeah.
very sweet. I was very happy, and I really think she deserved more. I'm glad that she still sings, and she's still making music. But by this song, I think she definitely should have been bigger, like on
Hmm.
US radio, music video, and everything. So I want to know your opinions. I'm gonna start with Mao because I already know, so it's not gonna be a surprise for me, but the audience gotta know, and then let's see Marielle. So Mao, please.
First of all, I'm so emotional right now because this is the podcast is about. Like having this message from Marika, it's amazing because with this podcast we try to do this all the time, like connect with these underrated, very underrated artists. For example, in Mariel Talks Pop, is like the same. Mariel all the time is interviewing people like that. Like
Yeah,
for us, for us they were so important back in the day. Like listening to their songs, and it's amazing when you receive this when you are receiving this love from an artist, because
Hmm.
at that time we were so so fun, like, oh, you are the best, and now they are thanking us or something like that, like say thank
yeah,
you because of we are still fans, and this is amazing. I'm so emotional. The message was so amazing, so thank you,
please.
friend, because you got it. So it's amazing. And talking about the song, of course, it's my jam. Like it's my kind of thing. It's giving Paula de Anda, it's giving Tinisha Kelly, Aisha Cruz, this kind of thing. I was like healing my brain, like in a way, because the song I perceive the beat is so similar to another song, but it was not possible for me. Like it was impossible to remember the song, but I'm sure that the song is similar, like the beat. Like I was with my sister listening to the song because of course my sister grew up listening to the same music because
Yeah,
of me, and we were like my sister was like, it's like she sounds like everybody, but at the same time like her, like she
yeah,
sounds like similar to one and everybody, the song. I love the song, and of course she deserved more. But as we said, as you and Maria said, it's this is the magic of this, like having this kind of very underrated artist. And it's great that she's still making music. It's amazing. And I don't know, maybe we can have her in an episode. It would be great.
yeah. I'm sure
That would be
she
so
she will
cool.
love that because the first time
Yes.
I reached out, she was so happy like saying, "Oh my God, you made my day because you remember that song and everything." So it's like uh, an exchange, you know. They made
An
us happy,
exchange,
we can
yeah.
make them happy too. So it's very sweet. Yeah,
Yes, very cool. And it was great that she sent you that message. So, uh,
yeah,
and it's great that we get to listen to it. So, yay!
yeah. I'm happy. What about you, Marielle?
Okay, the queen of underground bubblegum pop music did not
Didn't know.
know this song. So, yay! For me, it's great to always discover new music.
Of course.
I was really happy. At first, I was like, this might be like really rock, considering Luquitas' taste.
Yeah,
And when I played it, I was really, really surprised because I loved it. I loved it. I was like, wow, how come I didn't listen to this before? It's really how to say it, melancholic, but at the same time it's really, like I want to listen to it more and more and more and more.
yeah. It's
So for
catchy.
me
Yeah,
for me it was really cool, a great discovery. Thank you, Luquitas, for sharing this with us. I'm gonna look up for more of her music, definitely. um and it would be great to have her here on the show so she can tell us more about her experiences and and the recording of this song, which is
yeah.
really cool. So it's a shame it's not so known, but thanks to us, we get to make this underground singers be more popular. So
Yes.
great, great, great
Yeah.
share. I think it was my favorite from the three that you share, Lucas. So
I have
yay,
goosebumps. Yeah.
yeah, it was a cool
Yeah,
choice.
yeah, yeah.
It was a cool
she's,
choice.
Cool, cool
she's gonna
choice.
be very happy. Yeah. That's the best part. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, let's keep it going. Do you remember when days were like that? Hmm. This time we are jumping into my little girls, my girls from Sugar Jones.
Sugar Jones.
Um, this is the only album I have from the songs I chose, so I want to share it with you guys. Sugar
Beautiful.
Jones
Great.
were the original winners from Popstars Canada season one. Um, they released Days Like That as their first single, and the song went number one. I mean, it was really popular, but at the same time, they weren't so known. I remember, and I gotta share this story. In my high school, we used to have an exchange with French Canadian students.
Mm.
So some of my mates from my classroom would go to Canada, and some of those Canadians would come to my school for a semester, I think it was. And I remember the first day one of them arrived, she sat with me, and I was like, I'm gonna talk about Sugar Jones.
Of course.
And I was
I
so
love that
excited.
story.
I was so excited, and I'm like, wow, so you're from Canada? That's so cool. Congratulations. Tell me all about Sugar Jones. And she was like, who? And I was like, they are number one in your country. So they were number one because when I met that girl, 3 years have passed. It wasn't so long. So
Mhm.
No, yeah.
I was hoping she would tell me, oh, they were so huge, and I love Sugar Jones because one of them, I think Sasha was she's from Quebec, so I was hoping that she knew, and she was like, no, I have never heard that song, and you are missing the world, darling. But anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
but anyway, so for me, it was like really impressive to know that even though the song was number one, some people didn't know about it. So for me, it's a great song. It's a cover. The first version of Days Like That was released by a girl group called Fierce, but in my opinion, Sugar Jones's is better, for me, and I think it had the whole potential. Their second single, How Much Longer, also went top five. It wasn't so bad, but then they stopped releasing more singles, and no new album came out. So I'm still hoping I get to interview one of the girls soon,
Yeah.
to listen to whatever happened, because they were doing great, and then pop, nothing. So I want to know your opinions, starting with Luquitas.
Okay. First of all, I think the problem maybe is the Pop Stars franchise. Uh, we know how it is. We have an entire episode about it. Sadly, is something very for the moment. I think the record label is expecting to spend some money, have that money back a little bit
Mm,
more, and that's it. And for me personally, they are not my favorites from the pop stars world. And this song, I never really like it. And today I try, sorry, I try to listen to different ears.
mhm,
It's because I think it's not that pam 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 that we are used to listen to the other groups from this franchise.
mhm,
Uh, but I decided to listen to a different version in the single called Smooth Mix, I think.
mhm, mhm.
And
Yeah,
this one has that sound.
yeah.
Okay.
Mm,
Now I'm
Yeah,
mhm,
curious.
that 2001 sound, like very pom 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 pom, is there. So for me, it was like, oh, now I like it. So pretty much for this version, it was something that was missing for me. That very pop energy, um, very formula, as Mao said, like very similar to the other groups. But I do like it more now. I'm gonna listen more. Probably this version, Marielle. Sorry, but
okay,
I
okay.
do like
But
it.
it's totally valid. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. For me, that's it.
Well, well, that's great. And you, Mao, I know I recommended them to you when we met, so I'd like to know your thoughts.
Actually, I like the song so much. I perceive the R&B vibe there. So the voices of the girls are really cool. Luquitas stole the words of my mouth from my mouth, because I was about to say the same thing. Like it's because like the pop star franchise. I think that they were like the responsible of the, I don't know to say like the failure of the girls, but it was something like that because like it was like for the moment and no more. Like
Mhm,
that happened. For example, here in Colombia with Scarcha was the same. Like they
mhm,
released like two records, two albums, and no more. And the girl were trying to have another possibilities in the solo careers or something like that, or doing other ventures. So yes, I think it was the reason even when the groups had a lot of potential to become
mhm,
like a really good act like Pussycat Dolls or something like that. So it's a shame because I perceive the Girls of Sugar Jones very, very talented. I love the song, but now I'm really curious to listen to the other version that Lucas mentioned.
Yeah.
yeah.
So yes, but I like the original. I like the original one. I think it's a really nice song. This is the kind of song that I really like and I listen and it's like very 2000. It was released in 2001, Maria.
2001. Yes.
Okay,
Mhm.
yes, it got that vibe from 2001. So it's impossible not to love this song for me. So yes, and I perceive Sugar Jones one of the girls from one of the groups from the franchise that I like the most because they are like R&B in a way.
Yeah.
They have a lot of R&B
Yeah.
vibe in the music. So yes, maybe they are one of my favorites.
Well, unfortunately, their album is not on Spotify, but you can find the rest of their
No.
songs on YouTube, so you can check them
Okay,
out.
okay.
And a
Gotta
lot of
find
their,
it.
you're gonna love a lot of their songs because they are like Mao related.
Okay, yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, I only listened to the song because of the episode, and of course, I already knew the song because of you, because you recommended me. But now I'm curious to listen to the version that Luquitas mentioned and the whole album because I know I'm going to love it.
Yeah, you will. Okay,
Yeah.
well, now it's your turn, Mao. Your next song is.
Okay, this time I'm going to talk about that guy, a very soulful guy. His name is Glenn Lewis. Maybe people remember this guy because of the J Lo movie, Made in Manhattan. This is the guy that is singing when she was like in this party with the girl that is
Oh,
like a politician or something like that. And the song is start. The song is very romantic, and the song is called "Fall Again." One of my favorite songs of all time. And I actually discovered the song and the guy because of the movie. Because back in the day, it was one of my favorite movies of all time. I was crazy watching the movie. And the part when he is singing is like magical, like when they were dancing. And even I'm not a romantic person, but when they are dancing and all the all the scene is very beautiful. His voice is amazing, and all the atmosphere when he is singing is really beautiful. He I'm not sure about it, but I think it was the case like he released only one album and no more. I think in this case it's very similar to the other cases in other like works, like in other brands. For example, in the case of the pop rock or any kind of genres in music, in the
mhm.
case of soul and R&B was the same. Maybe the competition was like Usher, Mario, Trey Songz, and a lot of guys doing similar things. It was like more difficult for Glenn to become like a real star, like a soul or R&B star in the US. So I think actually he's considered a little like a one-hit wonder because this song was like the only song that he had back in the day. His album is called like something from my window or something like that, and this the Fall Again song is not included in the album. I think it's included in one special deluxe release or something like that. But I want to know your thoughts. I don't know if you already know the song or no. I want to know if you remember this scene in the J Lo's movie. So let me know, friends. Mi Mariel.
Well, I do remember the movie because I like it so much, and I do remember the scene, but I didn't remember the song. So,
Okay.
and if you didn't say it now I never would have related it. Don't know why.
Okay.
But I'm sorry. It wasn't my favorite from the three you sent, Mimo. Um, I found him to be trying to look like, or at least trying to do the ad libs by Joe.
Okay.
I found some similarities between the two of them. It wasn't my cup of tea. I don't think I can actually, how you say, like, mumble, humble the song.
Mumbling,
Yeah,
mumbling.
I think
Yeah,
it's. I don't think
that's
I
the
could
word.
because I don't remember it, but I might have to check some of his other songs because uh, you cannot just give a whole opinion based on one song. So I'm gonna give it a try, but it definitely wasn't my favorite Mimao. In this case, I think he tried to look so much like Joe for me. So
Okay, okay, okay,
yeah,
okay, okay, okay.
but it was
It's
okay.
very interesting to listen to your perspective, mi Marin, because I never realized that.
Well, everybody hears something, and
Yes.
in my case, I was like, he's trying to make it sound like Joe. But anyway,
Okay, okay, okay. Very interesting. What about you, friend?
Well, I remember the movie. I don't remember the scene, and I didn't remember the song either. Uh, I had one Scrubble by this guy on my last FM 2017. Another song, Boot for Love. I don't know. For some, I think
Okay.
was like a leaked track that I downloaded to get to know. But to be honest, I think this song is like, you know how we said that those songs were, the Marielle song was like perfect for everyone who loves bubblegum.
Yeah.
I think it's the same for you. Like everyone who loves R&B can like
soul
that song.
music. Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
because it's very similar to a lot of things. Actually, I was listening and thinking this song sounds like other song. I don't know if it's Brian McKnight back at one. I don't know. I was trying
Yeah.
to remember. So I think it's very generic. So works for
Okay.
people who loves R&B a lot, but for me, it's kind of forgettable. It's not
Yeah.
something that's gonna stay
Yeah.
in my
In
mind.
your mind.
But
Yeah.
yeah, but was good to know the track, and especially because it's part of the soundtrack of that movie. And I gotta say that the guy is really handsome. So
Yeah.
yeah,
It's really handsome.
he is. Yes.
I agree. I agree.
Okay. The
Okay,
man
now
is fine.
the
Yes.
man's fine. Okay, now it's your turn for your last song, Lulu Baby.
Okay. Already. Well, the the last song
I
is
love
called
the several names that we have for Luquitas. Like
A
Yes.
Lot.
all the
Yeah.
time, we are creating names for you, friend.
Yes.
Yes, it's good. Uh, I forgot the song.
It's a
Okay,
boy, a boy, a boy.
it's a boy. Greg.
It's a
Greg
boy.
Neufeld. It's hard to say the name. Greg Neufeld. He's from Canada, obviously, and he was also part of the Canadian Idol. Uh,
Idol. Yeah.
twice. Twice. He was part in
Mm.
Oh,
2006. Yes, but he was eliminated at the second week, and then he came back from 2007. The same year with him was Carly Rae Jepsen. That is another Canadian artist that I
Mm.
really like,
Mm-hmm.
and he was a top seven in this season, like very very better, very
Mm.
well. And Carly Rae Jepsen was the third place in this season
Mm.
in Canadian Idol. And but I didn't know. I was familiar with his music way later. 2017, I was listening to other singer from Canadian Idol. I don't remember who, and this boy was related as a similar artist, and I was like, who is this boy? Like
Mm.
a very low number of listeners. Like I was very curious about that. And when I played the song, the first song that I heard was Map of the Stars. That is the song that I sent you guys. I was completely shocked because it's the type of music that I really love. And I wasn't expecting that in that moment. And I listened to the whole album, and there's two songs in this album that I wish were mine. Map of the Stars and a song
Mm.
called Your Eyes. I listen and I imagine myself singing like I wish I could record that song, and that doesn't happen a lot because I like to write my own songs, but
Oh.
I can see myself singing that. And for me was something to think about it, because we came from a moment that we loved to collect music and we were very connected to radio and MTV, but there's some beauty in the streaming
Mm-hmm.
time,
yeah.
because for some reason this album came to me now, is one of my favorite albums, and is very very underrated because he was not popular after the Canadian Idol. He released this album in 2009 with a very small record label, with lack of promotion. Like I don't think there was a single on the radio, no music video, and but it's great music. So I love that we have all this universe on streaming for us to discover music that from that moment are part of our lives forever. And now he's singing in weddings. Like I know that he's very famous for that in Canada. Like
Mm.
he says that he's the number one booked singer for weddings. But
Oh.
for me, a guy who wrote songs like Map of the Stars deserved more,
Mm.
in my opinion. So I want to start with Mariel. I know that is not the type of music that both of you usually listen, but I gotta say that he's very inspired by Jason Mraz.
Mm.
He sang, yeah, he sang Jason Mraz twice on American and Canadian Idol. Sorry, so I
Um,
know that is an influence for him. So Marielle, please.
I could definitely sense, and I was about to tell you that he kind of had some similarities with Jason Ross. So
Yeah,
I didn't know who he was. So thanks again, Luquitas, because tonight you introduced me to two new singers.
yay.
This was my second favorite from the list you sent. Um, it is definitely not my kind of music, but I can't listen to it. It's not that I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
"Ugh, I don't like it, I hate it." No, it's like I
Yeah.
can play it, but it's not my thing.
Mm-hmm.
um he definitely had the potential, he had the looks because he is handsome. um but I don't know, probably competition. I always go to competition when what is this year, the year of the song.
And this song was released in
2007?
2009. Yes,
It was the time when Jason Mraz was at his peak.
exactly. Yes.
James James Morrison, and other singers like Elliot Jamin, they were having like their moment, and so I think maybe a lot of competition. And he has a difficult name, to be honest. So probably that doesn't help either.
Yeah.
Um,
No,
so
it makes sense.
but he does have the talent, and the song is good. I mean, I'm gonna listen to more of his stuff, definitely. Um, but it's not my favorite because I'm not so much into this kind of
Yeah. Yeah.
music. But I liked it. It's okay. Thank you, Luquinis.
Okay. Thank you. You're welcome. Please, Mal, your turn.
Okay, friend, it's an okay song, to be honest. Like my least favorite from the list that you share with us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what can I say about the guy? As Mariel said, the guy is cute. But I can perceive like something different in comparison to the other guys' similar music. Like actually when I was listening to the whole playlist for today, this song is very forgettable for me. Like maybe if I give a try, another try, maybe I can like it in a way. But yes, it's very forgettable for me. Like to be honest,
Mm-hmm.
it's not a song like it sticks in my head. I don't know, like Maril said, a lot of competition, lack of opportunities, lack of
Yeah. A
budget,
small label,
a
of
lot of,
course.
yes, because I'm sure like this guy with a huge label with a lot of promotion can be huge, like because he's cute, because his voice is good, the song. I Actually, there is something that I want to say about the song. The lyrics are very beautiful,
Yes.
like this is
Yes.
something that caught my attention. Like the
Lucas
lyrics are really
style.
beautiful.
Yes, it's my
Yeah,
style.
yeah, because it's a very well done song. Like it's not this kind of song that is very average. Like the lyrics are good, and I can perceive the metaphors in the song.
Yes,
And
that is
I
something
think
that I
it's
love. Yes.
Yes, and I can perceive like, okay, this guy with more budget, with more money, with more promotion would be huge. Like another case of an underrated singer with maybe not luck or something like that. So yes, I think it was the same.
Yeah. Thank you, friend. Actually, the lyrics, for me, were the most important part. When I discovered the
Yeah,
song, I remember I kind of cried listening
Oh.
to the
because of
the
the lyrics.
lyrics.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
huge
yeah,
part
yeah,
for
yeah,
me. Yes, for sure. Thank you
yeah,
so much
yeah,
for
and
this.
I get it totally.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on. My final song is from an artist that I'm usually and now currently obsessed with. This is Miss Jacinth. I don't have anything by her, and I wish I could have a lot of her stuff. Um, I chose a song called Never from her debut album, I Got What It Takes, which was released in 1998. Jacinthe is from Quebec, so once again we go to the French side of Canada. Um, she had some popularity. Yeah, she was her songs charted well in Quebec, but not so good in the English-speaking Canada. Don't know
Mhm.
why, because the songs are in English, and she sings in
Yeah.
French too. But she had some popularity also in Japan, and I think some Southeast Asian countries. But
Oh.
always like moderate success. I
Mhm.
chose this song because it screams 90s. It is my type of song. Um, every time I listen to it, I go back to that moment in time in my life when I was like really young and listened to this 90s artist. I could find some relation between her and Close to You, who is my favorite girl group. You guys know that. So I could find some similarities between their music, and I think she's beautiful, she's talented, and now she's not singing anymore, which is a shame. But I wish she'd be more popular. I want to know what you guys think, starting with Mao. Did I ever recommend her to you? Did you know her?
I don't think so, mi Marila. I don't remember her. In Spanish, she would be Jacinta or something like that.
Maybe, yeah, yeah.
Did this name exist in Brazil, friend? Jacinta or Jacinta?
There's
No?
male name that is Jacinto,
It's the same
Oh,
thing.
okay, okay.
but
Hmm.
It's the
there's a
same
lot
thing,
of bad
yes.
jokes with the name that I
Oh,
can
Yeah,
mention right now. Okay.
yeah.
because, for example, here, and I think it's Mexico is the same, like someone named Jacinta would be like a very old lady or
Old
something like
old
that.
names. It's like
Yeah, very old name.
very old.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. It's
Okay.
not common
Jacinto,
at all.
yeah, is for old men
Okay,
and very good for
okay.
jokes. Yes.
Okay, okay. Here will be the same. So, talking about the song has an interpolation of "Never Gonna Give You Up" by Rick Astley.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it was easy for me to love the song at first listen because I love Rick Astley song. So it was like, oh, this song has an interpolation of Rick Astley song. So I was like, oh, this is my song. I enjoyed so much the song. I was so curious because back in the day, like in this year in a special, like "Hit Me Baby One More Time" by Britney Spears was released. A lot of different kind of pop acts were around, but with Britney Spears was like the big one, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
you can see different kind of acts like were similar, and this is something that I wonder sometimes, like why Britney was so huge in comparison to the other, for example, Robin or Billy Piper or something like that, that were
Mm-hmm.
making music before Britney. So in this case, I don't know if this album was released before the Britney Spears explosion, but
I think so.
this is something
It's
that caught
before.
my attention. Like yes, like oh, this girl had everything, like the pop vibe, like the beauty, like everything to become like the pop sensation, and it was not like that. So, but I enjoy the song so much because of the interpolation. Like this is a very pop song, and I love when an artist or the team makes that, like bring another song like a classic that is I'm never gonna give you up and put that flavor in a new song. So
Mm-hmm.
for me it was great.
Oh, thank you, Mima. I'm so glad you liked it. Uh,
Yeah.
Luquillas, did you know her?
Yes, I did. I checked my last FM again, once again.
Mm-hmm.
2018 looks like was an year that I was listening to a lot of unknown music because was
Mm-hmm.
the year that I heard her for the first time. And for me, I really like this song, and also because of Never Gonna Give You Up, because
Mm-hmm.
it's one of my favorite 80s song for sure.
Eh,
Yeah, but I also like in the intro, there's a little bit of guitar, and not in the sense of rock music this time, but in is more similar to some catchy pop songs like that song by Nobody's Angels from the movie with the dogs. What you gonna do?
What you gonna do with your second chance? Yeah.
Yeah, something catchy and very pop like that. I really like. I remember every time I see her face in the cover of the album. For me, she looked like Jennifer Aniston in the
Hmm.
'90s, like on
Mm-hmm.
Friends. I don't know. And just to talk a little bit about what Mal mentioned, I think before Britney, people always connected that type of music with Eurodance, even when it
Mm-hmm.
was very pop. So it was kind of a different universe. So I think Britney brought this pop thing to the mainstream in another level, and everything changed
Okay.
since then. Because I don't know, but Aqua for me is very pop, but it's also very Eurodance, and
Eurodance.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so they were connecting. If you check this girl album on Discogs, probably is gonna be there like Eurodance.
Mm-hmm. It is.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Yeah.
because it was like that, but it was like a way that started to be built by Robin and everything, and Britney Spears was
Okay.
the explosion of everything. It's hard to explain, right? Why she was so
Yeah.
special, but when you watch it, you have nothing to say. Is there
Yes.
why
It's
she
clear.
was
It's clear.
the
Yeah.
biggest and the best
Yeah.
in what she was doing. But yes, Marielle, great choice again. I really like this song. I gotta listen to the album again because I remember I like it, the album. So I'm gonna listen again definitely.
I've been meaning to find it for me to buy it. I mean, there are copies, but it's a little expensive because the only shipping is from Canada, so it seems to be a little expensive. But
Yeah.
I wish I could have her discography because she's really good.
Yes.
And
Okay.
now, Mao, 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 your last song, baby.
My last song, thank you, Mariel. Another R&B queen from Canada. This time is for. I was hesitating so much if include or the other because these girls are like Britney and Christina in a way, like from Canada for R&B. But I decided to include both of them because I love them so much, and if there is a room for one, there is a room for another. So I decided to include Deborah Cox, that was another R&B act from Canada, and I decided to do that because they were like I don't know, like Faith Hill and Shania Twain, or Britney and Christina, or Brandy and Monica. Like they were from Canada. They released her debut in the I think it was I'm not sure. Maybe Deborah was first, but like very in the very near one to the other.
Mhm.
They are very similar, like making R&B music. Like, but in the case of Deborah, I watched a video in YouTube that I can't remember the name of the channel, but the guy was explaining like in the case of Deborah Cox, they were trying to make Whitney Houston clone,
Mm,
because in the industry is very common. So it was like that with Mariah Carey, and with Deborah Cox was the same like this black girl with this huge voice and the looks and everything. So this is another girl, another woman that I love so much. The style, the voice, I think the voice is amazing. If I was talking about Tamia's voice with Deborah Cox, it's like, oh my God, this woman can sing, you know? Um, I want to know your opinions. I try to select this song that actually Deborah Cox, in comparison to Tamia, I think was a little more popular because of Nobody's supposed to be here. Was very famous. Was number one in US actually. I think it was in the Billboard Hot 100 and in the R&B charts and everywhere this song was huge. I want to know if your country was huge because here the song maybe was not huge, but I can remember the song was sounding in the radios here. And she had the opportunity to record a song with Whitney Houston. Was different cast, like same script, different cast with Whitney Houston. So I for this episode, I try to select a song that maybe match with your taste because this song is called Sentimental and it's more R&B slash pop. I want to know your opinions, guys. Starting with my friend Luquitas.
Okay. Well, first of all, another name that was always around and I never gave a lot of attention. I remember I listened to an entire album by her because in the cover she looks like Mel B a little bit. Is the
Mm-hmm.
one that
Okay.
is white, And
Yeah, the morning
yeah,
after.
yeah, but for me, it's funny because she was always connected to dance music. Because I don't know
No,
if you
because of the
know, but
remixes.
yeah, she's one of the artists with more number ones in the club charts in US.
Yeah.
So in this community of clubs and gay clubs especially, the name and the songs was always around for me. But recently I noticed that she was more R&B because I watched the music video for Who Do You Love, I think,
With the love.
and it's so cool. It's the type of music video that I love. That she's in a neighborhood, in the street, and flirting and everything. I remember when I was a kid watching music videos like that, especially from the R&B universe. I remember imagining myself in a music video like that, and the dancers were my friends from my street, because it's very
Yeah.
neighborhood thing. So I still love music videos like that. So it was good. I listened to the song you sent. At first, I was like, it's okay. I like it. Nothing well special, but I like it. And I checked the single, and again, there was a smooth mix,
Okay.
just like Mariel's track. And
Okay.
yeah, I was very looking to this because I have a version of Christina Aguilera's album with a smooth mix by What a Girl Wants that I
Mm-hmm.
love. So every time I think maybe I'm gonna love this smooth mix, and that happened again. I really like it this
Okay.
version again, and yeah, it's kind of pop and definitely a girl that I need to listen more and see what she did in the past because the voice I don't have anything to say about the voice is flawless, like she's really good.
Spectacular. Yeah,
Yes,
actually,
yes.
friend, there is something I want to add. She has an entire album with a Brazilian girl called, I don't know if you know, and
Mm,
actually the album is called The Girl from Ipanema.
let me
A
see.
girl called Anna something.
I'm
Ana
gonna check.
Carolina?
No,
I
Ana
think it's Ana
Paula.
Carolina, Ana
Ana
Paula, Ana
Paula.
Carolina, Ana Paula.
Ana Paula, but I don't know who is this Ana Paula girl. I
Mm,
gotta check.
No, okay. I was
interesting.
thinking Ana Paula was famous in Brazil or something like that.
No, I think I heard one song by this girl, Ana Paula, very electronic song, but
Mm,
it
Okay.
was in Spanish.
makes
So
sense. Hmm.
I don't really know who is this girl. I gotta check it.
Okay, okay. Me, Mariel, what do you think? I think in the same case of Tamia, you like the Workouts.
Yes. That album in particular, Mimao, is my favorite by Deborah.
Okay, the first one.
Yes. The
Yeah.
first one. Yes, I love it. And when you said sentimental, I was like, yeah, he chose my favorite because that's my favorite song
Oh,
from the
that's great.
album. Yes, I love it.
I was hesitating with Who Do You Love and Sentimental, but I
Sentimental is good.
decided.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I decided to share with you Sentimental because Luquitas told me that, oh, I love Who Do You Love? So I want to share a different song with you.
Different,
So that's
yes.
Yeah.
great.
Sentimental is definitely one of my favorite R&B songs. I
No, that's
love it.
great. Yay.
Uh, I know she was a little popular here because I have seen there's a channel here that shows all videos, and I have seen her in that channel. So I think
With
she might
nobody supposed to be here, I assume.
probably. I don't remember the song, but it's probably that one. But I think maybe back in the day she had a moderate success here in Mexico.
Yes.
So I like it. I love it. I mean, that song is great. I think that if it was released by someone like Ashanti or who's the other one I like?
Brandy.
Probably
Maybe
Brandy.
Monica. Yes.
Yeah, the song would have been huge. But Deborah has a beautiful voice. I love her. I love that
Yes.
album. So it's a yay for me. I love it, Mimao. So thank you so much for sharing it again. And for all of us, for all of you watching us, don't miss our playlist, which is going to be
Yes.
shared in the description below, and you can also find it on our Instagram. Um, because you can listen to these underrated uh, Canadian singers that definitely deserved more.
More.
Yes.
Joaquin here is saying that Deborah Cox, he had no idea that she was from Canada.
Same.
She had a couple of hits in Europe, but in dance versions, not in
Not in
R&B.
R&B.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Yes.
very interesting.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Joaquin. Yeah, thank you. I don't know, guys. We already covered the 3 songs of each. It was a really fun episode. I had a lot of fun talking about these rare singers, some that I didn't know of. Anything else you guys want to add, Mao?
Thank you, friends, again. Today was so special because of the Marika message. It was so great. Thank you because today I learned a lot, like always with you, and a lot of songs. Now I'm so curious to know about the smooth mix of the 2 songs. Thank you,
Yes.
friend. It was a pleasure. Thank you, Joaquin. Thank you, Adrian, our best followers and fans. Thank you guys for all the time being there. Thank you, Mamita, for being there and your support all the time. And thank you, friends. A lot of love for you.
Thank you, Luquitas.
Yeah, this episode went like this very fast because
Yeah.
we had a lot of fun. And thank you, friends, for sharing the songs. I love when we ended, and I feel this feeling that I gotta listen to the music again, and it's very good. And I want to say thank you to Adrian. Welcome back, Adrian, and Joaquin for being here with us, and Luz Helena. Claro. Te amamos. So,
Thank
and
you.
see you next, friends. It was very fun.
Yes, thank you, everybody. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a big thumbs up. And don't forget to follow us on
And
Instagram at Ready Set
oh,
Pop Pod.
sorry, mi Mariel. For the guys, for Adrian and Joaquin, please make comments in the video because this is something that help us to have an interaction. Put whatever you want, like good episode, good guys, something like that, because you are our fans. So please help us with that. Like because I discovered that when you put some comments in the video has more rotation in YouTube. So please help
Yes.
us with that.
Yes. Thank you, boys. And we will be seeing you next time with more pop content on Ready Set Pop. Bye, everyone.
Bye.